Badlands and someone biking across it. Look at this. Whew. I am here. I'm on the eastern edge, and I'm going to go all the way through it. All right. This is the big Badlands overlook. Ooh, look at this. Such an unusual feature. They film movies here and they use them as like alien landscapes for sci-fi movies. It doesn't rain here a lot, so you don't have to worry about that. Badlands. This is enter the door. Basically, the Badlands were basically eroded by water. The funny thing is the thing that shows is that the wall is the northern border, the northern crest of the Badlands, slowly moving north. A little bit of the cliff erodes every year, and it's slowly moving north. And obviously, the south is slowly disappearing. So. But this is over, obviously, centuries and such. It was these kind of formations which gave the Badlands their name, because they were encountered by Westerners who were trying to get west. And you can imagine the difficulty of trying to get a wagon through all this stuff. I guess this is what they call the door. Sweet. All this out. Here are kind of fun because it's not like it's a even trail or really much of a trail. You just get a post, then you look for, once you get there, you look for the next post, and you figure out how to get to that post. So it's a little more fun than the designated trails that most other places have. Also, I was reading, they say, I think I'm headed over there. They say that Badlands, these kind of rock formations, are actually found on every single continent. So, but I guess these Badlands are a little unique with they all look a little different. So, I guess there's some in Alberta, Canada. but yep, these are here and I am here. See, it's the end of the trail. Okay, those guys over there, I don't know if there's a trail out there or they're just like off-roading it. Off-roading it like with just their feet, just hiking wherever. This is just, this trail is rated easy, and it was. And it's only like a half mile long. And pretty much, I mean, it's flat, it's rugged, but it's flat. Hi, person way in the distance. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Ah. Whew. Do, 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 do. Some good sights. All right. You can hear they do helicopter tours. I might do one. I gotta think about it though. Maybe. It's actually kind of reasonable. $49. So, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
You might see a live ones too.
Boom, 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 boom. More hiking. Gotta love it. Plenty of other hikers out here too. None of these trails are that long, so I do have water with me on the bike, and I'll break it out, not too long, but I'm not hiking any kind of substantial distance or time-wise away from my water source. They recommend something like 2 quarts of water per 2 hours or something like that, or a quart of water, whatever. I know when I've been in Zion National Park, they said bring a gallon of water, which I think was kind of low with the number of hiking I did. I think I drank a hell of a lot more than a gallon of water. While I was in Zion. We'll see how the Badlands come out. What do I actually drink? Since I have quartz containers. Quart. That should, allow me to get a decent estimate.
Dramatic changes that have occurred since then in the computation of the CPI. And I've talked about this on many occasions over my podcast. But when you hear people talking about the inflation we have now and comparing that to the double-digit inflation that we had during the 1970s, as if it's still not that bad, it is that bad. In fact, it may even be worse. Look, even if you take the government's numbers, right, the numbers that we already have year to date, for the first 6 months of the year, consumer prices are up 3.7%. That's almost double the 2% target that we're supposed to have an entire year, and we did it in 6 months. If you annualize the first 6 months of the year and just assume that we have another 6 months that is identical to the first 6 months, that's going to give you a 7.5% increase in consumer prices for 20. Really trying to fool the consumer, but there's a limit. I mean, you can't have this gigantic box with like 1 serving of cereal in it, because you get into the point where the cardboard in the box and all the other materials to make the box becomes too big a cost component.
I get it. Wow. But
Whew. All the way up. The end of Notch Trail.
Okay. I
I made it.
You can get Susie on my camera.
Stream that when it rains cuts right in through here. This is where flash floods can happen. Bad ones. The canyons channel all the water in here so it can build up really, really quick. And the other thing is that it doesn't actually have to rain here. It can rain miles off, and the water just rushes down. And I've seen it actually fill up really quickly. Do. All right. For the most part, you can wander anywhere you want in the park. They just have beware of rattlesnakes signs everywhere. Because if you're just trucking through here, it'd be very easy for you not to notice a rattlesnake and you came up upon it. But right up there is where Notch is, or whatever it is. That's the rest of the park. Oh, this is what visitors have found.
I've got the hot ponies here if you want to show people the. You should just take it off. But yeah, so there's hot ponies and right behind it. You guys have any questions?
Here's the Badlands. Exhibit unavailable. They seem to be having technical difficulties. The theater is also closed. Why no dinosaurs? During the age of the dinosaurs, a shallow sea covered what is now the Badlands. Okay, well, okay. Lush, wet forest. It's the Badlands. Pow. Meat or vegetarian? Vegetarian? Both. Oh. That's a meat eater. You can tell the difference if they're very, like, the tooth is very sharp. It means it's a meat eater. If it's very kind of flat, it means herbivore. Because flat, grinding, sharp, breaking, like tearing into. Down the prairie.